Hello and welcome to the Rabbit Hole with me, Graham Hughes, and the delectable Rachel Harris. How you doing, Rachel? You all right?
It's another great week of being trans in the UK. Yay! But yeah, here, happy, fighting away.
Yeah, well, someone's got to.
We're all fighting. So many people are working so hard. It is warms the cockles.
It does. It does. So tonight we're going to take a step away from that, and we're going to not talk about any politics. We're going to try not to talk about any politics.
Yeah,
It's difficult though, isn't it? With
it
all
is
the
hard.
shit that's going on right now.
Yeah.
But before we start, just to do a little tiny bit of politics, they've started backpedaling on the winter fuel allowance,
So
and I hope that means maybe a little bit of wiggle room with Pip, and
I said
then
maybe.
maybe a little bit of wiggle room with trans rights, which they seem to be
Well,
trampling all over at the moment.
yeah. I mean, the NEC thing was a bit of a low point yesterday. They voted to say trans women are men. Blah blah blah. All
And
the
so they've
usual.
got rid of the women's conference.
Yeah,
They got rid
because
of it
if
entirely.
yeah, because women, because so nobody can have, because trans people might benefit from it. Let's ban it for everybody, and then blame the trans people for it.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Just looking after
great
women's
plan.
rights, isn't it?
No, I mean, actually, I'll just say to the socialites, obviously the Equality and Human Rights Committee
Oh,
advice is out now. You've got 6 weeks to visit or 5 weeks to fill it in. Take your time. Transactional's giving you guidance to fill in your submission if you want to respond. Please respond. Ask your friends to respond.
yeah.
Take the 5 weeks, soak up what it means. Listen to trans people moaning about it because we are going to be moaning about it. Then get the response. Now, I don't think the Equality and Human Rights Commission is going to do anything with our advice. I don't think they're going to listen to us, but we need to get it in there. And then later on, when it all comes legally, beagly down the line, I'm sure then we're going to go, here are all our submissions. Did you know, consider any of these admissions?
Yeah.
No, but you had 80,000 of them. So it is worth filling it in. Ask all, when you're in the other politics, social chats, tell the other people to go to the transactional site. They're going to put the guidance of how to fill it in. It won't take you long, but it's a really good ally thing to do. Get your mums and dads, brothers and sisters, allies, your trans friends, anybody to fill it in, and just submit the crap out of it to everybody.
Yes.
Also, the letters to the MPs, that's having an effect. It's really shaken MPs how many, because the best they can wrestle up is 7 on the Supreme Court. We can wrestle up 30,000 in 2 days in London.
Yes.
So
Yes.
please keep the letter writing, keep writing them, keep phoning them, keep going to see them. There's lots of new groups forming to do that. Just keep pushing the pressure on. I'm seeing such a groundswell. So the fight isn't over, and we will. If it is over, we're going to go down screaming on fire like Sean Bean.
So I'm going to just put into the chat the link that'll take you to the webpage. It's on the EHRC website.
Yeah,
Code of Practice for Services, Public Functions and Associations
it's not nice.
Consultation
Yeah, it's not.
2025.
It's horrible. So make sure you read the track. Just wait. You don't have to do it now. Just
Yeah,
absorb. Just look at social media if you're on it. What other trans people are saying. But the Trans Actual will probably give the best advice on it, and Trans Legal
yeah.
Project probably as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fingers crossed. Okay. So, big shout out to everyone in the chat. We've got Chris C in there. We've got Diz. We've got Pizza Music. We've got Xantasuke and Amy and others. You might not have got a notification about today's show, and that's because you usually are only allowed 3 notifications in a day, and we already had Morning Brew. And
Don't
then we
market
had
the show. You don't talk about the
Durham
show.
County Council, and then. Yeah, was it B&Q when you texted to say let's do the show? And I'm like, yeah, let's do the show.
We do it every Wednesday night.
I only had half an hour to put everything together.
Oh, you did very well. You did very well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so
It's the
tired.
only time I leave the house is to walk down to the studio and do.
Yeah. Chrissy's got some breaking news, actually. I was a couple of hours ago. Tommy Robinson has been charged with harassing 2 journalists
Oh wow.
formally, so hopefully
Will he
he'll go to
face?
jail
I hope he
on that.
faces some,
Yeah.
proper legal justice.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to crack on with the main subject of tonight.
John Bean.
If you'd like to drop a super chat in at any point, you're very free to do so. But we're going to be rating the deaths of Mr. Bean, not Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean, but Sean
Mr.
Bean.
Bean.
Sean
Hello.
Bean. Hello, Sean Bean, Mr. Bean. So we're going to start with a film that nobody's seen called Caravaggio. Have you seen this film, Rachel?
I don't think I have. In fact, there's some of the films he's done as remakes are really shocking, like The Hitchhiker. You
Oh,
know,
he did remake The Hitchhiker, or The Hitcher, isn't
yeah,
it?
Hitcher. Yeah,
Wasn't
sorry,
that
Hitcher.
originally Rutger Hauer?
It was, which you
Uh,
can't really. It's like
that
making the Dam
was
Busters. You can't remake the
that was
Dam
a
Busters.
terrifying film.
Yeah,
That
the
really was.
originals.
I think that fucked me up as a
Yeah,
kid because he
stop
ties.
remaking films.
There's going to be loads of spoilers on this show
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah, yeah,
So when you start hearing us talk about a particular film that you've always wanted to see but never got around to seeing it,
yeah.
close off your ears for about 30 seconds and then we'll probably move on to the next film.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Hitcher, where he ties the guy's girlfriend to the back of the truck and
Yeah.
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 Anyway, right. Okay. So this first death, this is from Caravaggio. This is from Caravaggio. And hopefully people will be able to hear it.
1986.
1986. Oh, hang on. Would help if I actually show the vid. Here we go. Oh. Right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, he's gone. That's it. No more beanie. See you later, Mr. Bean. So that was just a quite straightforward. Oh, your name's come up again. That was quite a straightforward, taken out, throat cut. That wasn't very dramatic.
No.
That was his first on-screen death. 1986, Caravaggio.
Throat slashed, it says on the website.
Throat slash.
Death method. Throat slash.
I'm gonna give that a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay. Wasn't that emotional. It seemed a bit cold.
Yeah.
I don't know how much investiture you had in that moment watching the movie because I've never seen the movie. So I'm going to give it 5. What do you reckon, Rach?
Yeah, for me, knowing what's coming, I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay.
Wasn't very impressed by throat slash,
Okay. Number 1. So I give it 5. Rachel gives it 4. Okay. Yeah. Richard Sharp never dies. That's very true. He played Sharp in.
He did not die. He knew. I mean, he had a few infections and a few stomach wounds. He had a gut wound that nearly stopped him near the end.
You thought he might die because it's Sean Bean. Okay, here's the next one. You ready? This is from the movie War Requiem,
1989.
Oh, he's still alive. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, oh my God, he's got him for the kill shot there. Ooh. Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
So website says death method bayoneted. I think
that bayoneted. That was a bayonet, which is when you stick a knife to the end of your gun because you've run out of bullets, and you use it as a spear.
Yeah. Moved it around, didn't he? Didn't really.
I liked it. It was dramatic. There was a woman singing opera as well. Nice. That's always good, isn't it? I'm gonna give that a 6. I prefer that.
Yeah, I'm up on a 6 for that. 6? I thought it was a good death.
Good death.
Laurence Olivier was also in that film. His final role.
Was that his final role? I thought his final role was voicing one of the Transformers in Transformers the movie.
Well, that's.
That was Orson Welles. Orson Welles.
Yeah, no, it's rare in his final role before his death. There you go.
Excellent. Yeah, right. Orson Welles voiced Unicron, who was a planet-sized transformer in the movie Transformers. I remember Transformers, the movie. Transformers, the movie.
I just remember the sort of the brandy adverts in the 70s.
Yes. Great days. Hey, Xantasuke and Amy has gifted 5 Politics Social memberships to our wonderful people here. So welcome new members. We've got Anthony, we've got Jay Tasoki, we've got Kevin Clyde, Richard Fraser, we've got Dorco in there as well. You are now members of the channel. Welcome.
Brilliant. Very generous. Thank you.
That's very kind. Billy Kershaw said the last one looked a bit Dr. Zhivago. It did, didn't it?
It does, yeah.
Should we be concerned that Graham is rating death scenes? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. You should totally be concerned about that. That's where we are, yeah. Welcome to 2025.
Yeah.
Right, now this is my favourite. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Oh my God, the cows. Quick, run. Oh, there's Dumbledore. Quick, run, Sean, run. No, don't shout at them. Just, oh no! Ah! It's very Monty Python, this. Oh, there you go. Very operatic ballad. Oh, there he goes. Oh, look at that. Landing feet first. Oh, there he is. Dead on a rock.
Cows.
Dead on a rock.
Hallelujah, it's raining cows.
Killed by a herd of cows. 10 out of 10. No notes.
Was that Lorna? What film was that?
That's from The Field with Richard Harris.
Oh, right. Okay. It's not running in the The Field, 1990. So we are going to do Lorna Doone, right?
Lorna Doone. What year was that?
1990 as well.
Ooh, yes, that's coming up next.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay, good. Yeah.
I'm out of order from you.
You're out of order with me. That's all right.
Right out of order you are, Mr. Hughes.
You're out of order. This court's out of order.
Oliver Brown said he died in Ireland there. What would you give that? Pushed off a cliff.
Website says death by cow.
Death by cow.
I'm giving that by a 7. That's
a
great.
7.
Yeah,
I'm giving it a
death
10.
by cow.
It's a solid 10. Come on, cows. You can't mess with that. Cows.
Oh, death by cow.
Death by cow. I mean, who gets killed by a flock of cows?
Nobody.
Is that a flock of seagulls? Big hair.
Big hair.
I met the bloke from Flock of Seagulls back in the early 2000s, and he was completely bald. True story.
He's all the little cotton wheels in his hair.
Okay, so next up, we have, as you say, Laura Doone.
Laura Doone.
Carver Doone. Here he is. Oh no, there he goes. Oh, that was it. That was very short and sweet. He just drowns.
Yeah. I mean, I'm giving that a 4. Sorry.
4. Rubbish.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to join you.
I've nearly drowned 3 times in my life, so I'm
just
not giving it high. I've done that 3 times. You know?
I'm gonna give it a 3. I thought it was rubbish.
Yeah.
Die harder. Come on, Sean. Yeah. Come on, put your back into it.
He'd have died.
If he'd been in the water, like going and then someone had thrown a cow at him, I would have given it 10 out of 10.
Actually, if he played Alan Rickman's role, in Die Hard, right, just coming off the building would have been a great death for him, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's quite similar to James Bond, isn't it? He does get dropped.
For England, Alex. For England, James. I thought about asking you to join me, but no, a pension and kiss from Moneypenny.
So, Chris, you say, just a thought. Maybe all of these death scenes are deaths that Graham wants to be inflicted on Savage. I don't know what to say to that. I'm sorry. I can neither confirm or deny. Diplomatic answer there. Okay, so the next one we've got is the death of a character called Robert Lovelace in the movie Clarissa.
1991.
Clarissa. Oh! Okay, that's not very clear.
Jack, you have avenged her well.
Jack, you have avenged her well.
A man cannot have every woman worth having.
God, very clear. Who stabbed who?
Clarissa.
Hang on, does that look like the guy in front got stabbed? I'm so confused. Oh, well, he's dead. Okay,
we give that a 2 for a confusing death.
That was a confusing death.
Yeah.
We're going to mark it down. That seems a bit harsh to mark it down. You got to give that a 2.
I am. Confusing death.
I'm going to give it a 2 as well. Because it looked like the sword was going through the guy at the front, didn't it? Yeah. And then he moved away, and then the guy at the back, Sean Bean, falls over. Although there was a very helpful grid for a drain for the blood to go into. So that was quite nice. I'm going to give it a 3. Okay, I'm going to give it a 3 because someone actually thought about that, and they thought,
drain. Okay.
He's got to die, but let's have him die of a stab wound near a drain, and then it'll be easy to clean up. Do you know what I mean? They can just get a mop and bucket on there.
Thinking of the helps,
Yeah, exactly. Thinking of the lower orders. I like that. Yeah. Let's see what they're saying in the chat. Didn't South Park game on the N64 have a cow launcher? Yeah, I think it did. I still think I still think Rachel Harris should be played by Mr. T. Graham by Annie Lennox. Sisters are doing it for themselves, says Dark 4x4. I got no idea what you're talking about. Hal Hound, you need to check out this song, Sean Bean by the Bar Steward Sons of Val Doonican. Covers all his deaths in song form. That sounds good. We will Google that, I think.
Yeah.
He was overacting there, Bean. He was. I think we need to mark it down because of the overacting. I see you have avenged. He sounded a bit like the chicken guy, the succulent Chinese meal.
Yeah.
What's the crime? A succulent Chinese meal. I see you've learned your kung fu well. It was like, I see you have avenged Clarissa well. You know, it was a bit, yeah, not his finest hour. So yeah, we're marking him down for acting.
Early day, still acting, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Next up. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, death by anchor.
Sean Miller.
Oh, that is it.
Sean Miller.
Right.
Gonna get Dr. Ryan. Sean Miller. 2,000 points.
So this is 1992's Patriot Games, in which they got an actor from Yorkshire to play a man from Northern Ireland, because the North is the same as the North. Everywhere's got a North.
Everyone's got a North.
Eccleston once said in the Doctor Who. But yeah, I as a death by anchor, I think that reminds me. I'm going to mark it up because it reminds me of Clint Eastwood putting the harpoon through the bad guy in the Deadpool, the Dirty Harry movie, the Deadpool.
God, yeah.
Death by harpoon.
Death by harpoon.
We like bullets, doesn't he? Yeah. I'm gonna give that a 7. I quite like that one.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a 6. I liked it. It was good.
Yeah.
Get
out of the fucking car.
Yeah. You better syntax there now.
I'm sorry. I know it sounds like we're taking the piss out of Irish people. We're not. We're taking the piss out of
I am Irish, so I can.
Sean's accent in that particular movie.
I am Irish, so I'm good.
Yeah. We got. You need to check out the song. I've read that one. Way to go! And everyone's talking. Everyone's talking amongst themselves. Dark 4x4 is going on about pitying the fool. I pity the fool.
I pity the fool. I pity the fool. I ain't getting on no plane.
Okay. Here, drink this, BA. Oh, all right then. No, fool. I'm going to drink your drink. Oh.
Yeah.
Dumph.
Always an oxyacetylene unit when they get locked up.
Okay, next one on our list. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Stabby. Oh, in the bed. Didn't stand a chance.
That's Scarlet, is it?
A chance. That was Scarlet, where he played Lord Fenton. I quite like that. That was a bit psycho, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Stabby.
Yeah, we like that.
I like that. I'm going to give that a 7 as well.
Oh yeah, that was a solid stab. I'm going to give that 6.5, 7, 6.
6.5. I like that.
There was no messing with that. It was
straight in there. Wakey, time to die.
No confusion on which one was dying. You know,
wasn't left ambiguous, which is good.
No drain,
but you know that. Yeah. It's an average score. Right now for one of the big ones.
Oh,
not on the big ones. You know what's coming next? James Bond, GoldenEye. Let's see it.
For England, James?
For England, Alex.
No. For me.
Oh, there goes. It's very green screen. And that's obviously a doll. That's a mannequin.
He survives this fall.
Oh!
He survives the fall.
It does. And do you know what? It's just got on to the next bit.
Oh, yeah.
But it does actually, because the whole thing comes crashing down on
going crashing down on it. And the other guy goes, I am invincible.
Yeah.
And then the thing goes off and all the ice comes and freezes him.
He gets all iced. That's Alan Cumming, isn't it?
I'm coming. Boris.
Who has a fragrance called I'm Coming. Love him. What do you reckon? Scores out of 10.
Well, Death by Satellite is it's quite a good one.
Death by Satellite.
Up there. It's not the death that I'm going to give 10 to, but I'm going to give that a good 8.
Yeah.
Death by Satellite dish. You know?
I'm going to give it a...
And it was a nice touch that he survived the fall.
I'm going to give it an 8. I'm going to give it an 8.
He's on the ground wiggling around a bit, but going, oh.
Yeah, he's obviously broken his back.
Yeah.
When you see the mannequin fall, it's kind of like this, and then he lands on his back. I don't know how he does that. I don't know how he maneuvers to his...
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Ouch. Good one, though. Good solid.
Lots of fun. You know you can visit that actual dish in Cuba.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, but it's like overgrown now, I think. It's like...
Is it a fake dish or a real dish?
No, it was a real dish, but it was kind of like... It was a weird one. It was like dug out of the ground, I think.
Oh,
like
okay.
They excavated it all, and now it's just been taken over by the jungle. I think... I might be talking bollocks. I don't know. I might have just had a dream.
Sure, you didn't fall asleep during GoldenEye. You didn't
Well, it
fall
was on
asleep during
adventure
GoldenEye.
somewhere. I get confused.
You fell asleep during GoldenEye,
I
didn't you?
did. And then I had a dream about being in Cuba and finding the dish, and it was all covered in vegetation because it hadn't been looked after. Someone needs to look it up. Someone help me out here, please. Tell me if I was dreaming or not.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so next up we have the death of Dave Toombs from the movie Airborne.
Airborne. 1998.
Yeah, this is 98. So I've just got to
Not seen this one.
take it back a moment. Okay, so here we go. That's him on. Oh, bang. Oh my God, that was it. That was it. That was the death there. It was very quick. Shot.
Yeah,
Shot.
the film note,
That
film
wasn't
note.
messing around.
yeah, the film note just says shot.
That is it. He was just shot. I mean, wasn't very dramatic.
No, I mean, we've all been shot, haven't we?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm gonna give that a 3. I thought that was rubbish.
Yeah, 3 or 4. I'm happy on that one.
4? 4? Do you want 3 or 4?
I'll go for a 3. Okay.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now.
It was used in the film Contact with Jodie Foster. There you go.
Oh, I liked your contact.
The dish was written
That's
by Carl Sagan.
That's a nice film, Contact.
It is, yeah.
I like that
Well,
film.
Carl Sagan was a nice man.
Did he write Contact?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great film.
He was just a really nice guy.
It's just a nice.
Do you know? I'm going to say something that's probably going to get me into a lot of trouble. But who's the guy who does Cosmos now? And Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh yeah.
I'm finding him a bit problematic. He keeps going on like right-wing talk shows and right-wing.
Oh yeah, but Brian
podcasts
Cox is
and
a bit funny like that though as well. I think he's like, oh look at me, looking at the stars. Don't I look good? Ooh, but I don't know. He's got some stuff you read. Oh, I don't know.
First of all, he was the keyboard player in D-Ream, and secondly, he is part of the private school mafia.
Okay.
That's why he's allowed to travel around the world and make shows for the BBC. The rule for the BBC is if you can afford to go to these places yourself, we're going to allow you to go there. If you can't afford to go to these places yourself, then we're not going to take you there.
It's an unwritten rule, but it's a rule.
We don't allow plebs to go traveling the world.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. Should we do it?
I like the other Brian Cox.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Jason Bourne, we're in a pile of shit. We're in a big pile of shit and we don't have the shoes for it. Best line.
But apparently if they're both together, it's called Brian's Cox.
Ooh,
like courts martial.
Ouch.
That's how you do the plural.
Right.
Essex
Boys. Essex Boys?
Essex Boys next. Jason Locke.
I like this. This is a good film.
I think this is quite a quick one as well.
Yeah, it's a good film.
Oh! No messing around. That's.
Yeah,
but that was much more dramatic. I like the way it was. I like the way it was staged.
Yeah.
I like the way the camera followed him. The other one was just a static camera and someone getting shot a mile away. Don't care. That was a lot more dramatic, and it was a shotgun.
It's better than it's messier than the other shot because the other one was cleaner. But using a shotgun is always going to be a bit messy, right? Wider dispersal pattern. So like it.
Yeah. And also it had that effect of the punch of the bullets knocking you back, and they do that with a bit of elastic, don't they? They put a bit of elastic, like a bungee rope. To
there
the
are
back
more consequences. The valeting of that car, having the leather seats repaired. It's all going to be.
He didn't have the decency to die by a grid there, and also by a drain. But also, if you look on the picture there, it looks like snow.
Oh yeah,
like a snowy scene. So you have to clean all the snow.
Yeah,
I'll have blood all over it. I hate having to clean snow.
Yeah, snow's a mess. It's a nightmare.
Essex Boys was a good film.
Good film.
One Angry Pagan.
Solid film. Yeah.
Next up, we're gonna do it. One of the big ones.
Oh.
One of the big ones. Let's go. Oh, there he goes. That's 1 arrow. 2 arrows. Down he goes. He's gone. Okay, that was it. That was Boromir buying the farm for Gondor.
Yeah. So
redeeming himself, saving the hobbits. After trying to steal the ring off Frodo.
Yeah, I know. It's a solid 10 for me. It's the best.
Solid 10.
And it's also Sean Bean's favorite on-screen death as well.
Ooh. Well, I'm going to give it a 9
Oh,
because there were no cows in it. I'm sorry. I want the cows. I want the cows. And One Aggie Pagan is like 10 out of 10, the big one.
yeah, it is. And you know why there were no cows? Because they work in the music department. No, never mind. All
Not in
right.
the movies. I would give it 10 out of 10. It's just that because he was pushed off a cliff by cows, that just pips it. I've got to look. I've got to.
And then they landed on him.
And they landed on him. And he shouted at them, and he thought that'll stop him.
Yeah.
You know, if you're being chased by a herd of cows, maybe don't run to the edge of the
Getting
cliff.
chased by orcs. I mean, it's a good death. This is a good way to die, as they say in Firefly.
In Australia, Baz Luhrmann's Australia with Hugh Jackman and Nicole Kidman, there's a scene like that, isn't there? Where all the cows are running to the edge of the cliff. And I think, is it the little Aboriginal boy who puts his hand up and they all stop?
Oh, wow.
He doesn't die. If it had been Sean Bean, he would be dead.
Oh, yeah, he'd be dead now.
But in the context of Lord of the Rings, it's
Yeah.
a fantastic death because it's heroic.
Yeah.
It's redemptive. He doesn't just die. He's not a villain. He's not a villain. And once they meet Faramir and then they meet Denethor, his father, you kind of understand the motivation behind him trying to get the ring.
Yeah.
Because the ring is like, it could save Gondor. It could save everything. And the pressure that his father's put on him to get the ring and bring it to Gondor.
Yeah.
So they can fight Sauron. But obviously it's corrupted people. And
Yeah.
It moves the story forward. Like I say, it's redemptive.
Yeah.
And it's pretty epic. It's pretty epic.
It is.
And he does hold his own against those orcs. The Urukai. He can run around in the
He
daytime.
gets a few off without full of arrows. He's still firing away.
Be so pissed off, wouldn't you? He'd be like, but orcs can't come out in the daytime. They burn in the sun. It's like, we're not orcs. We're your Urukai. So,
Okay.
yeah.
You're getting technical now. Okay.
One Angry Pagan says Boromir's death hits harder in the book. Ooh, could be argued. And Alan says there was a cow behind the third tree on the left.
There
There's
we
a
go.
statue of a
There's
Jedi.
The
Okay.
cow found the death
Yes.
amusing.
Okay, so the next death after Boromir's is
Don't say a word.
Patrick.
done
Yeah, Patrick Costa. This is from the movie Don't Say a Word. 2001. Let's go. Oh, look out! There's a train, and I don't know what's even happening here. There's a train.
I can't see
And then
this.
he's getting covered in very dark. Oh, he got buried alive. Oh, look at that. Oh, sorry, I didn't show it.
You didn't show it. I was thinking, I
Sorry,
can't see it.
everyone else was enjoying
Glad
the-
you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm glad I enjoyed it. I was like, it's very dark. Is that why you can't see it? But no, it was because I messed up the playback there. So sorry, let's do that again. Let's go. So I don't know. There's a train. I don't know. And then it all collapses in on him, and it all lands on his head, and then he's in there, and that's it.
Ooh, yeah, 2001 it says method of death, buried alive.
Buried alive.
Buried
I
alive.
really liked that death because it was kind of final. It was dramatic. It was inventive. A lot more inventive than being shot.
Yeah. I liked it because it's 7 out of 10 for me, but because it's inventive. It's also Khan going, leave you in the rock like you did with her. Buried alive. Alive. So it's a kind of Khan connection for me there. Buried alive.
Alan Jackson saying amateur. Yeah, well, if there's going to be no super chats, what do you expect? If you want professionalism, you got to pay for it. Put 50p in the idiot. That's me, by the way, Rachel, not you.
That's fine. I'm an idiot as well.
Chris C is saying what Gandalf once said. You can't get the staff these days.
We cannot get this.
Hey, so I did that. Anyway. We shall move on to the next death, which is another quite famous one for anyone who's seen Equilibrium, which was a bit of a Matrix rip, but it was very good in its own respect.
Christian Bale,
famously. He was the child actor in Empire of the Sun, Steven Spielberg's Empire of the Sun, based on the book by J.D. Ballard. And I don't
American
know what he's
Psycho.
doing these days. I think he just gave up acting.
Well, he did the Terminator film, and that was kind of it. Well, that's where last time I really saw
And
it.
Batman. And American Psycho.
And Batman.
They couldn't find an American to play American Psycho, so they got Christian Bale, who's British. And I think he's Private School Mafia as well.
Ooh.
And he goes, "Do you want me to fuck your lights? Do you want me to? Do you want me to fuck your lights? I'm gonna twat your lights. I am." On Terminator Salvation, the famous.
Oh, that's right. The light
2009.
story.
The lights. There are 4 lights.
There are 4 lights.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into Equilibrium. I'll actually show people the actual thing because I'm feeling fruity, feeling nice, feeling kind, feeling generous. Let's go. Oh, mate, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, it's for a book, is it? Did that go for a book?
Yeah, he had the book.
Well,
He shot him through the book. He shot him through the book. You're not supposed to have a book.
Yeah.
Alan Jackson has just put £2 in the super chat funds, and it says £2 for Rachel, £0 for Graham. There you go. Thank you, Alan. Joanna says loved Equilibrium, good martial arts. One Angry Pagan, I liked Equilibrium. Yeah. I liked Equilibrium, and I thought that was, although it was a getting shot with a gun, which I've just complained about, it was quite cool in the context.
Through a book.
What would you give that out of 10?
It's not as good as the Essex one. What did I give the Essex one?
7.
Did I give the?
Oh no, hang on. Which is the Essex one? Was that the last one?
Well, no, it's about 3 films back. We did the Essex.
Six Boys. Oh, that was number 10. You gave that. Oh no, I've missed one out on my numbering. I didn't.
Well, we both. I gave 10 to Lord of the Rings, so you can work it back.
Yeah. So, So okay. So if you gave 10 to Lord of the Rings, which should have been 11.
I think 7. I think I gave 7 to the Essex one, so I give this a 6 because I like a shot. I like a shotgun.
Okay, so if I put 10 in there, very
Old
little.
school.
The one that we didn't like was Airborne. We both gave that 3, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you give? What did you give Essex Boys? 7?
I think I gave it a 7 for the
7.
I think. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm gonna give it a 6 because it was okay.
Right.
I was distracted by the snow. You know, claiming
the red, very, very dead set. You know.
Yeah. Okay. So Cleric Errol Partridge in Equilibrium. What would you give that?
I'm going to give that a 6 because
you're going to give it a 6.
Not as good as the shotgun.
Okay. Fair enough. Did we do Patrick Costa? Don't say whether. Yeah, that was the. Going to give that a 6. I'm going to give that. I'm going to give it a 7 because the book and everything. It was good. Gung Fu. Gun Fu.
Right.
See what they've done there.
Right.
That's a milestone. Gun Fu.
So we're up to number 14. Henry VIII.
Let me have a look. No, we're up to 13. Oh no. Oh no. I've completely lost my numbering system here. Hang on. 14. Right. 14. Henry VIII.
Hey, I'm Henry VIII. I am. I'm Henry VIII. I am.
A bit of a knob. I am. He said. This is quite gruesome. This one. So maybe trigger warning. Here we go. This is his death in the movie Henry VIII from 2003. The death of Robert Ashe. Oh God. That's not good, is it?
It's a bit like a man called Fox, isn't it?
Ouch. Ouchie. Okay. It's a different movie. Yeah, it's a different movie. I don't think they had too much cyberpunk going on there.
Well, that was death by hanging. Is the description in the.
He wasn't hung though. He was kind of being crucified in a way, wasn't he? Because he was being winched.
Richard Harris in Man Called a Horse, death by nipple.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh God, that really. I'm sorry, that just goes through me. That scene, that whole thing. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, the trauma.
Yeah.
Anyway, as you were saying, as we were saying.
Yeah, it's not exciting. It's slow. It's not. It's not A Man Called a Horse hanging. So I'm going to give it 5.
5?
5 for hanging.
Okay. I'm going to give it 5. I'm going to give it 4. I'm going to give it 4. I'm going to mark it down. Strung up. That's what he was done. He was strung up.
Yeah.
Well, no, he wasn't because that means hanging. Drawn. Oliver Brown says drawn.
Yeah. It's the quartered that's the messy bit.
Oh, Sarah Davis, thank you very much for the £2 super chat. Oh. I was late. Have £2.
Thank you.
And I won't call you an idiot. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Aw.
Oh, no, no. Anyway, next one is from The Island, 2005, where he played Dr. Bernard Merrick. So, friend of John
I had
Merrick, the
forgotten
Elephant
he was
Man.
in the island.
I think everyone forgot The Island, didn't they? Let's move on. This is where people are growing for spare parts. Oh! Oh, wow, that's... Oh, hang on, he's dangling. What? Hang on. Oh, okay.
The
That
description
doesn't really
of the
make
death,
much sense.
The description is shot with grappling hook and hanged is the description on the.
Oh, okay. Okay. I wanna watch that one again because I didn't really understand what was going on.
Yeah.
Mostly because I'm an idiot, but you know.
Steve Buscemi's in this film, isn't he?
Is he? Wasn't it Ewan McGregor? Am I thinking of something
No,
else?
Steve Buscemi's the guy they escaped to, isn't he? He's the tech
Yeah,
guy.
but isn't it Scarlett Johansson and
Yeah,
Ewan
it is.
McGregor?
But Steve Buscemi is the guy that they escape when they escape the island.
yeah.
He helps them, I think.
Yeah. Okay, helpful, Steve. All right, let's watch this again. Okay. So the thing collapses. So he's already been shot with the grappling hook. Oh, it's around his neck.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I see. They've done a cut. Done a little cut there. Okay, so that's why it didn't make any sense. It's because whoever edited this compilation together put a little cut in there for brevity. So yes, that was quite dramatic.
Yeah.
He was shot, and then the whole thing collapsed, and then he was hung. Multi-stage death. I'm going to give that a solid 7.
I'm going to give it a 5 because I also like, the reason Boromir is because you love the character, you like the person. So if you have empathy with the character as well helps. And he's obviously a baddie, so it's like, I don't care.
True.
Amusing death,
True. Okay.
So,
the next one we have on our list.
Arnold.
On our list is Danny. Where are we? The Island. Danny Bryant from the movie Outlaw. Have you seen this?
Oh yeah. Okay. Have you got Far North is coming after same year?
We got 2 from 2007. The other one was when he was playing
we'll do
John
Outlaw
Ryder.
first,
So we'll do Outlaw first. This is Danny Bryant's death in Outlaw. So let's. Don't keep me hanging. Oh,
nice flip there.
Okay. All right. I don't know if they did that repeated. He got shot thing.
Right.
But if the movie did that, then I'm going to give that a solid 0. Because, don't do that in movies unless you're making some cheap, 1970s slasher thriller and you need to bet at the runtime. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good solid death. He's in his military, he's in a woods, got some Southern Comfort kind of vibes, all sorts of things going on there. I like it. I liked it. I'll give it a good, solid shooting, bit of handgun. It's easy. It's not a shotgun.
We're going to give it
7.
7. Ooh. Okay, I'll give it 1.
I know that might have been added, but it was a nice touch.
I didn't like the multiple. Maybe it's just because it was so quick. They thought whoever edited this YouTube video together thought, let's just show it a few more times.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's the case.
You're doing something with it, haven't you?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Mind that. Good.
Okay. Right. Next one.
Far North.
Is from the remake of The Hitcher. This is the next one I've got. John Ryder from the remake of The Hitcher.
The Far North is another death in 2007. Maybe it's after The Hitcher.
I don't actually have that on this list.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I'll just quickly mention Far North. Then Far North, independent film. He dies by freezing in a lake.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll try and track that down.
Far North, 2007. Frozen in lake. Death.
Frozen in a lake. Okay. Next one we've got is The Hitcher. This is John Ryder.
Yeah.
Being dispatched in the remake of The Hitcher of the 1980s film with Rutger Hauer.
Didn't need remaking this one, but okay.
Lots of films don't need remaking. Oh, baby. Oh, shotgun to the head. Nice and easy.
Yeah.
Silhouettes against the sunset. End of the movie. Quite cathartic.
Yeah.
I think because he does torture that poor couple. Although in the original she dies. Sorry,
okay.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Obviously in the remake she doesn't because she's standing there with the gun.
Okay. So unlike the 7 in the Essex film, I'm giving that an 8 because no upholstery needs to be cleaned. No
Yeah, that's true.
no snow worries.
Yeah.
Um,
Snow
don't have,
worries.
don't have to fix the leather seats in the BMW.
Yeah.
So it's all lovely. So I'm giving that an 8. There you go.
I quite liked how it was silhouetted against the nights
Nice sunset. But
It
it's
might have
also
been the sunrise, actually. I'm not sure. It
But
could
you
have been
also feel
terrorising
good
the
about
night.
the death because he's the
Yes.
he's a real baddie, right?
Yeah,
So
and he kind of deserved it, and there was a good,
Yeah.
it was a good thumping death, and
Yeah.
no, he's not getting back up from that. I hope. I'm going to give that a good 8 as well.
Yeah.
So we're both giving that 8. That's good.
Yeah,
Okay. What are people thinking in the chat? Boromir rip off death. So Alan Jackson. One Angry Megan is talking about twats. So I don't know if that's got anything to do with Sean Bean's
which film was that? What year was that film?
On-screen deaths. Okay, next up we have the character John Dawson from a movie called Red Riding, the year of our Lord, 1973. I've never heard of this.
No.
Is this a real thing?
It's a 3-part Red Riding adaptation, it says, from the novels of David Pearce. So I don't know if they ever made the other 2.
Oh my God. All right, let's go.
I'm not seeing it. Okay, not seeing it.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I keep, because it's on my other screen, you see, so I don't need to.
I've got 4 screens here. You need 4 screens.
I'm gonna. There's a content warning. Here he is. That's from the last film. That's from the picture. Dead. Bang! And again. Okay, that was it. Three bangs on the couch.
3 bangs and a bit. It's still moving around. I like that. I'm giving that. That's an 8.5 for me. I like
8.5.
Yeah, because I don't like the handgun killings because they're too eating the boom. But that one's like
yeah.
Bit of moving around there. No,
it's a TV show apparently. That's why we hadn't seen it. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there to the big one. The next one is a movie called Cash, or a TV show called Cash. I don't know anymore. Who knows? With a dollar sign instead of the S in cash. So I don't know how you pronounce that. Dollar. And he played a character called Marcus Kane. I don't like the name Marcus because that was the name of
El Dorado. Hello, Marcus.
Hello, Marcus. It was also the name of the stepdad, or at least the mum's boyfriend in The Secret Diary of Adrian Mole, age 13.
Oh.
And he used to call him Mucus, and I can't make the link. Anyway, it's Marcus, which is okay, I guess, with a C. It's Marcus with a K. And I don't know if that should be allowed.
Oh, yeah, that is a bit suspicious.
Alan Jackson wants to know if it was cash in the attic. Right, here we go. Oh, what? That was it? Shot again while driving a car, by the looks of things. That was all a bit too fast for me. It went on to the next one. All a bit gruesome.
Yeah.
Lots of blood.
That's a bit. Yeah, it was all right. Too quick. You need to put.
Could have been anyone.
Yeah, it could have been anyone. I'll give that a 4. It's not exciting to me that much.
Yeah. I didn't give the last one a score. I'm going to give it a 7. It was all right.
Okay. Yeah, solid 3 shots. Poof, poof, poof.
Yeah. I'm going to give that a 3. I just didn't like it. Yeah. It was just a bit.
There were 2 other films in that year. Are you going to talk about Black Death and Death Race 2? Death Race 2.
Yes.
Right. Good. I just checking.
Oh, sorry. I said he was Marcus Kane. No. That's his character in Death Race 2. Thank you. In Cash, he plays a character called Pike Kubik, which is like.
Don't tell him Pike.
But spelled a bit different. Don't tell him Pike. It's Pike with a Y. Pyke. Anyway, that was the death of Pike Kubik. And now we're going to see the death of Marcus Kane from Death Race 2000.
Yeah.
You would kind of expect that one to be the one where he dies in a car, but never mind. Let's see what happens next. If I just find the right button to press. Here we go. Oh, that can't be Death Race 2. Can it?
2000.
That can't be Death Race, can it?
Doesn't feel like Death Race. He died by. He got shot in Death Race 2.
Yeah, he got shot there. He got shot.
Maybe that was his death. Because it's a bit funny, right? Because original Death Race 2000 was David Carradine,
Yeah.
the video nasty when I was 15, 14 years old.
Yes.
Then they remade it with Jason Statham,
Yes.
and this is the follow-up with Luke Goss. So it's like, I'm
Luke
surprised
Goss.
Sean was in it, but oh well.
Oh well, he was in it, and then he got shot in a swimming pool, even though it was a movie called Death Race 2.
Yeah, I'm unexcited about the Death 3.
Okay, can you just make sure that the next one, Black Death, where he played a character called Ulrich, is this the one where he gets ripped apart by?
Yeah, he's very
ropes.
Boromir looking on the front cover of this film, though, isn't he?
Yeah,
Have you seen him?
yeah.
He's all in the Boromir outfit.
This is the one. This is the one that's on the
Eddie
cover
Redmayne.
of our what's it called? Of our thumbnail. Okay, so this is Ulrich in Black Death. Content warning: this looks like a bit grisly.
Looks a bit gruesome.
A bit gruesome for this time of night.
God is restored.
Oh, mate. Oh, God, we're getting ahead of ourselves here.
For England, Alex.
That was pretty gruesome. I'm going to give that a 9.
Yeah, that is a 9. I wouldn't want to go like that. Oh, no. Traction engine accident. That's the way to go.
I'd like to go quietly in my sleep. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Not kicking and screaming like me passengers. Okay, so we're giving that 9. And now, obviously, that was kind of a bit of a giveaway because it just went straight into the next one. Number 21. Sorry, hang on. Oh God, I've missed a number out as well. Did we give a score to Cash where he was shot? Yeah, we did.
I gave it a 3, didn't I? Because it wasn't very exciting.
Yeah. Red Riding, Year of Our Lord. Did we give that? We gave that an 8. Is that the one you gave 8.5, or was that the Hitcher? Did you give the Hitcher 8.5?
Oh goodness, the Year of Our Lord, I gave a high mark because it was 3 bullets, dunk, 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 and he shook. So that got an 8, I think, or an 8.
Okay, 20. So I'll give that an 8. So I'll give that a 6. I think. I don't know. I'm kind of losing touch here. Kind of losing count. There's just so many.
It's all right.
There's just
so many. Died a lot of times, and I could give you 2 more. I think I've got another couple that we haven't got in this 24.
Well, hang on. There's another one here which says Major Jack Jones, The Age of Heroes. Right? What's the death in that one? How does he die in that one? Shot. Well, that's on the list, but the next one that's just come up is Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is before, yeah. So Game of Thrones 2011 and Shot is 2011. Age of Heroes.
Yeah.
Heroes, yeah.
Well, maybe the Age of Heroes is after this then. Yeah. I don't know.
So
maybe
Game
I
of
didn't
Thrones.
mess up the numbering.
Ned Stark bastard.
Here we go. Game of Thrones, in which he played Eddard Stark, the patriarch of the Stark clan up in Winterfell.
Winterfell.
Went down to London, King's Landing, to go and help be the King's hand to Robert Baratheon. And Robert Baratheon died hunting. Little drunken hunting accident.
Yeah.
Made it look like an accident. And because he knows that the children of Cersei and Robert are not actually Roberts, they're actually the children of Cersei and Jaime, her twin brother. And he knows because he went to the genealogy records and all of them said the name of the person in the clan of the Baratheons, and they were all dark of hair. And then they got to the new ones, the cuckoos, and they were fair of hair. And he was like, "Ooh, I'm an expert in genealogy now. I know all about DNA." Ooh. And he said, "Oi." And then he went up to the Queen and he said, "I know that you've been you've been nobbing, or not nobbing. You've been getting knobbed by your bro, and you've had 3 illegitimate children, and they have no right to be the kings of this country, especially because the eldest one is mad." Yeah. And instead of just having people arrest her, he said, "I'm going to give you a minute to collect your thoughts." And while she was collecting her thoughts, she threw him in a dungeon. And then her son, Joffrey, condemned old Eddard Stark to death. And you kind of thought, this is the 9th episode of the first season of Game of Thrones, you kind of thought, he's not going to do it. They're not going to do it. He's the main character. He's got main character syndrome. He's wearing plot armor. He can't possibly die. He can't possibly actually freaking die. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's it. Oh, she's so little there. That was it.
I'm giving that a 9. It's a
Off
solid
with his head. Yeah, I'm going to give it 9 as well. We like that. It was
We
good.
did. Yeah,
Right.
we were upset about the character dying, and he was a good person. We liked him.
Yeah. Okay, we got. I think just one left now. I don't know what happened to Age of Heroes.
Yeah.
Well, how does he die in Age? You said he was shot, so it definitely wasn't the one where he was strung up because we saw that. And
Yeah, no,
that was
he was
definitely
shot
Black
in Age
Death,
of
wasn't it?
Heroes, World War II drama. Major
Okay.
Jack Jones.
Okay, let's go.
Example
Oh, hello.
of your death.
Oh, hang on. Helps if I show the video, doesn't it? Yes. So what was he hung in? Was he hung in when he was Inspector John Marlett in the Frankenstein Chronicles? Was he hung?
He was hung in. Let me get back.
Age of Heroes, Jack Jones, Age of Heroes. Was he hung?
Just a minute.
I don't
Let me
know.
go back. Year of Our Lord was shot. Black Death, hung, drawn, and quartered. Death Ray shot. Cash was shot. To Game of Thrones, decapitated. Age of Heroes shot.
It's supposed to be the Frankenstein Chronicles. I'm guessing because they make a Frankenstein out of him or something. I don't know.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Let's go.
Go do
Let's
it.
play this game.
Example of your death.
Oh! There you go. He's dead. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
So they missed one out there. They missed one out. They missed out Age of Heroes. So that was Inspector John Marlett, the Frankenstein Chronicles there. So there was 23, arguably. I don't know what happened with the Major Jack Jones. Shot during a battle in World War II. I've got in my notes.
Shot. Definitely shot. Yeah.
But it just went straight from him being... oh, well, hang on. In Black Death, he was crucified and left to die as a warning. So what was the one where he got pulled apart by the horses?
Well, that was. Let me go back.
Was that Black Death? No,
Black-
that was the one where he's hung up.
Hold on. I'm going back through. So Black Death, hung, drawn, and quartered.
Yeah.
So it says on the database.
Oh. Well, maybe it was the same. Maybe it was the same one. I don't know. Because being quartered is being pulled apart by
by
horses. Isn't it?
you.
By horses. There you go. Okay, so for the last death there, where he was just hung.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
He was sharing the stage with a few other actors, so I'm gonna give that. It wasn't as good as some of the ones, so I'm gonna give that 6.
6. I'm gonna give it 5. I wasn't that impressed.
Yeah,
It was a bit of a boring shot. Do you know what I mean? Like if it had been Peter Jackson, it would have you would have had like this zoom close, like a crash zoom, just as his sort of his head, the head part just came into frame, and it would like zoom in just to see that come into it, and then you just hear the crack like that, and it would like be a really unnatural angle, and you'll be like, oh god, that's gruesome, even though he's got the bag over his head. Yeah, and like that's the sort of that. Peter Jackson was always good at doing deaths. If you ever seen any of his early films like Bad Taste and Meet the Feebles and Brain Dead, party's over.
Well, he's also. I don't. He was in a prison drama. I don't know if he died in the prison drama. He played a cross-dresser in a BBC series about 10 years ago, but he dies. I don't know. He's in a prison drama, but I don't know if he dies in the prison where he sort of befriends the guard. Yeah. But now this is a spoiler alert. There is a series called Our City on the BBC, recommended by Gemma Forte, which my wife and I are watching, which is bloody brilliant.
The City.
The City is Ours. It's called.
Is that set in Liverpool?
It is set. I think it is set in Liverpool. It's great. Spoiler alert, stick your fingers in your ears. Okay, here it comes. Hand up. Sean Bean dies. He's the family. He's the head of the family, and it all sort of results of his death as the head of the gangster family. But he's great in it. He's really great in it, and he's fun. He's sinister. He likes Matt Monro, and Gemma Forte recommended it on the Troll, and so Emma and I started to watch it. We're 6 in, I think. It's great. It's good television. Yeah. It's just really good. Yeah. Good old gangstery drug dealing family importing from Spain. That's just great.
Would be set in Liverpool though, wouldn't it? It had to be set in Liverpool.
Yeah. They've got some great Liverpool sites in it. It's good. It's good. It's good. It really is good. I recommend it. I do. I don't recommend much, but I recommend that.
Okay, so Dark 4x4, best insult on film, 1977's The Car for a Clue. I don't know where you get that, Dark 4x4. What's your favourite insult in a film? I think
Me?
Yeah. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries. Or
I always like those sort of, today I'm giving out beatings and whoopings and I'm all out of beatings or something. Those kind of.
Yeah. I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I am all out of bubblegum. That's it. I like Live, 1987.
Yeah. I do like, a good line before you do the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's but it's like the speech is just like, and I will walk through the valley of death because I am the meanest son of a bitch. And the whole, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what those words mean, but I always say it before I shoot a man.
According to the Internet Movie Database, the greatest insult of all time is from Dumb and Dumber, 1994.
Okay.
Where weirdo, sucker of big brown dirty eggs, idiot, licker of salmon fried fish, moron, raider of the lost fart, rump roast, licker of dirty chicken butts, butt fish, soiler of tabbles.
That's quite an insult.
His Girl Friday.
I just like get off my plane.
His Girl Friday insult. Listen, you square-toed, insignificant, pimple-headed spy. That's okay. That's okay.
Okay. The best line in a film that I can remember, because I have a brain of a sieve, is Skyfall. The bit in the church at the end, and he goes, "Bang! Last rat standing," or something like that. The bit that is and the guy goes down, last rat, and that was just great because it all set up in the previous story about the rats in the oil drum and blah blah blah. Yeah. I just thought it was a great line.
Coming to America, where the guy holds up the McDowell's restaurant, and that guy was a young Samuel L. Jackson. And he says, and Akeem says to him, "Now let's see if you can defend yourself, you sweat from a baboon's balls." That is quite good.
And get those goddamn snakes off my goddamn wet balls.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. There's a line from Cool Runnings. You are the kind of club-toting, raw meat-eating, me-Tarzan, you-Janing, big, bald, bubblehead that can only count to 10 if he's barefoot or wearing sandals. I don't even understand that insult, but there you go.
Too long, it's got to be snappy.
It's got to be quick. Liar, liar. He's a pedantic, pontificating, pretentious bastard, a belligerent old fart, a worthless, steaming pile of cow dung. I don't know. I think the insults in Veep or The Thick of It are better.
I think it's I mean, the thick of it, definitely. I don't know. I like clever lines. So it's like, Sean Pertwee in Dog Soldiers. He's like, fuck off, and he's fighting the werewolves with saucepans. That's quite funny. But it's like, Event Horizon. I ain't getting on that ship. It's fucked. Those are great lines. I just like.
This is from Veep. If there was a book with covers made of shit, then you'll think that's intriguing. I wonder what's in this book that people saw fit to give it covers made of pure shit. But then you open it up and it's just shit. Are you pregnant? Career-wise, that's like joining Scientology or getting a fucking neck tattoo. He's the Pol Pot of pie charts. What are you laughing at, Johnny Green jizz face? Listen to this. This is fucking like being operated on by a chimp with a hard on and a hacksaw. Oh my god. Some of these I can't even say because I think the channel will get demonetized. I would make more money if I installed Will here as a full-time glory hole greeter in a Georgetown gay bar, which I'm pretty sure he already does in his part-time.
Oh dear.
The Grateful Dead Is that the name of your favourite whorehouse as well, right, Mike?
Oh my goodness.
Well, this
God.
is bigger than your mum's womb, and you're in there till you were 15.
Oh my goodness.
I think there's going to be a lot of surprises tonight. Isn't that the catchphrase of the world's creepiest babysitter? Are we seriously going to let the guy with the police sketch face of a rapist tell us what to do? That's Washington, D.C. for you. District of Cunts.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that you demonetized.
And then if you can get a Senate reform bill through the place it's designed to reform, that would be like persuading a guy to fist himself.
Oh my goodness.
Settle something for me, Jonah. You like to have sex and you like to travel. Then you can fuck off. You know, you're about as annoying as a condom filled with fire ants. It's like trying to use a croissant as a dildo. It doesn't do the job, but it makes a fucking mess. Imagine something so small as crawled up a dead cow's ass, and that small thing actually dies itself. If that dead thing then farted out a sack of eggs, but each individual egg is a smaller, rotting, dead thing, that's how toxic she is.
Oh my God. That's not in the thick of it.
And then, this is to Jonah. You're not even a man. You're like an early draft of a man where they just sketched out a giant mangled skeleton, but they didn't have to add time to add details like pigment or self-respect. You're a Frankenstein's monster if his monster was made entirely of dead dicks.
Oh my God. That's terrible. Dude, oh my God.
Anyway, Veep, HBO show, if you ever want to watch that.
Yeah,
it's on the
I
same.
haven't seen that. I'm going to give that a go.
Oh, Veep is brilliant. But did you ever watch the thick of it with Peter Capaldi? Well, it's the American version. It's written by the same people.
Yeah, right.
It's written by the same people. Maybe we'll do that. We'll do it next time. We'll just go through all the insults from the thick
Peter
of
Capaldi.
it. Peter Capaldi.
They are great.
1977. It's the car cat poo. Says 4x4. Okay. Graham really doesn't want this video monetized, says Joanna.
It's not going to be monetized.
No, I don't. Chris C's got an insult for us. Look up idiot in the dictionary. You know what you'll find? A picture of me. No, the definition of the word idiot, which you fucking are. That's from Kiss Kiss Bang Gang. Shane Black's magnum opus, which I really should have watched. Val Kilmer died a few weeks ago. I should have watched in honor Dirty Val. Yeah, that was his sort of last great film, wasn't it? Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Yeah. Him and Robert Downey Jr. Okay, right. Let's leave it at that. I know you've got to be away for 10 past. So
I do, but it was. But we went for Boromir was the best death, right?
Yes, Boromir got 19.
Yeah.
The cow off the cliff got 17, which I disagree with. I think that
was the music. 20. It's raining cows, hallelujah.
And we had a couple at the end there that both got 9 each from each of us. One of them was Ned Stark, Carcanet, and also
this is a good way to die.
He got ripped apart by horses. We both like that because we were weird. Yeah. So well done, Sean Bean. Yeah. For dying so many times on camera. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure we didn't cover them all.
Honestly, I think I think it's Serenity or it's Firefly the series. I keep saying about it, but the assassin in that, he sort of basically puts the hands behind them and lets them fall onto a sword and goes, "This is a good way to die." Not for you, maybe. Yeah. But I'm glad Boromir got it because it was a good death.
Yeah, it was a good death.
And an honourable death.
19 out of 20. Okay, so thank you. So if there had been a cow, it would have been 20 out of 20.
Yeah, if it had been a cow with a bow and arrow, I'd have given that.
He was dying, and it was like his last breath, and big extreme close up of his face.
And then the cow fell on him.
Fell on, yeah, like in Alan Partridge, where the farmers pushed the cow off onto the boat. Beautiful thing. Right, okay. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock with another morning brew. And until then, thanks so much. Lovely Rachel.
You're well welcome
for joining us down the rabbit hole.
It was fun. Thank you.
Thank you to you for watching. Thank you for the super chat. Give us a like on the way out if you are so minded. And if you're not, never mind. It's not the end of the world. And until next time, I'll say thank you very much for watching. Hello, good evening, welcome, and goodbye.